For the first time, I'm gonna try a iced coffee. Not sure how this is gonna go. Unless they have a coffee already made for me, I am going to celebrate iced coffee day, which is today. All right, first time ever, the iced coffee at Waukesha. Actually had to go back in. I forgot the straw. Here's my teeth here. And it wasn't sure, you know, again, I'm not a big iced coffee drinker, but I thought that they had those lids where, you know, you just drink it right out of here, but maybe they changed it. It's a rainy day out too. This would have been a lot better yesterday. That's what the gentleman said. Should have had this yesterday when it was like 90 degrees out. Last year, for iced coffee day, Dunkin' raised, look at this, $2.1 million in 2024. So we'll see what they finish up with this year. Your sips give back. Switch 2 are beginning to resurface again, but some of them, and I mean some that people have bought, kind of wave. This is different. This is really different. The aftertaste, it's okay. I get sugar in there. I'm not used to it because I kind of get that, like, it's like sand in your mouth. I drink it black. I wasn't sure if I really wanted like an iced coffee without some kind of flavor. I got some caramel in here, so this is a one and done. I'm gonna finish it. It's not terrible, it's just, it's not really my forte. What was I talking about? The Switch 2 has surfaced, but some Switch 2s are paperweights. Like these wet readers right here. You can see the water right here. I'm expecting to see hangers. Someone will be watching this, hopefully, and there'll just be a random Mommy Dearest metal hanger. Or on this side. It doesn't look too appealing. I mean, you know, I didn't get it with cream just because of my lack. Doesn't mean that I'm never gonna eat dairy. I do chance it once in a while, but it, you know, just looking at it doesn't really scream like try me. But okay, I'll stop with it. Probably gonna get a regular coffee before the end of the video, but I had to start off with the iced coffee. Hopefully they accomplish what their goal is, and they can donate some money. Oh, a duck alert. Current temperature 71 degrees. It is showing rainy. It's at this second it's not raining out. I was gonna do a pretty quick intro here, but it's gonna stay the course the rest of the night. So it's a wet one. Gonna head to GameStop. There are I think there's a restocking going on, and probably till next year I won't see me drinking an iced coffee unless I got a hot coffee and it was winter out and it just got really cold. It's crazy how the weather changes in Wisconsin. Like, it just goes from extremely hot to just like almost long sleeve weather, and then tomorrow will probably be hot again. You know, it's just, that is typical Wisconsin. Yeah, getting some rain tonight.
National Weather Service in Milwaukee Sullivan has issued a flash flood warning for southeastern Rock County in south central Wisconsin, southwestern Warwick County in southeastern Wisconsin until 8:30 p.m. At 4:32 p.m., Doppler radar indicated thunderstorms producing heavy rain across the Warren area.
Getting some flash flooding warnings tonight, Disco Fox. I think, being in Waukesha, I think this area, it's safe. Got a lot of feedback as far as the Xbox, the PlayStation 4, the PlayStation 5. Still kind of processing through everything, but right here at GameStop, they might have some Switch too. So yeah, we're kind of flipping the script here. Go back to Nintendo tonight. Kind of got a heads up from the guys yesterday that they might have gotten a shipment in. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see if it showed up.
Yeah, we already hit one of the boxes, but trying to find the...
Actually, they're going through the boxes right now. There's a I didn't even see everybody standing off to the side over here. People are waiting to see what came in, but yeah, they have some controllers. So some people might be leaving with a Switch 2 tonight. I wanted to look at this PlayStation 5 for a second. Is this a Slim with the yeah, it is. To see how much this one's priced at a refurb. So right there, so pre-owned $429, but if you're a pro member like me, it's $408 $349. So you get the controller and both the digital, and you can put the discs in. So yeah, and then the $329 for the Series S. So yeah, still processing. But I came here for the Switch, also the PS4. But kind of going. If it's either the Xbox or probably the PlayStation 5 instead of the PS4.
I've got a Pro controller from a regular Switch, and I've got an 8-bit Do controller that they just upgraded the firmware so it works on the Switch too. So I'm just going to stick with one of those.
Nice. Good luck. So yeah, they're going through. But look what group of gentlemen here waiting for the Switch 2, waiting for them to unbox everything. They have the superpowers here. Okay, so we have to get something. So it is, why can't I think of his name? Ultraman. Does it say Ultraman anywhere, or is it just a mysterious and powerful foe? Is Ultraman even listed here? So here's Ultraman, and then Metamorpho. Not sure if they had more. You know, we do have Superman, Guy Gardner, and then Mr. Terrific. I don't know if these were really on my radar. We'll see. Superman for sure. But yeah, just pretty cool that these are starting to show up. Maybe Target will have some. So the Fortress of Solitude is here too. So good sign. Picked up mine from Target, still in the box. But if you're looking for it, Target and GameStop have the Fortress. This is priced. Yeah, I think it was the same price. Maybe a little bit cheaper here because of the Pro. $37.99. Paid $40 for mine. Kind of playing around, looking online yesterday. That kind of waiting out here to see. Just kind of a glimpse here of everybody waiting for the Switch 2. So they're just patiently waiting. Reminds me of launch night, but kind of playing around, looking at some of the games. Like everything is on everything, like Xbox, Switch, PlayStation. But on Power Rangers, looks like it's 1 to 4 players. I think it was 1 to 6 on Xbox, and I want to say it was 1 to 6 on Switch, but we all know it's really not gonna play too well on Switch. And also, like, if I went with the PlayStation, I'd have to buy this again, and it was down to like $24.99, $24.95. It's back to, you run the risk of it going back to full price, and then do you buy digital? Do you get the physical copy? But all these things kind of factor in. Also, the Capcom Beat 'em Up bundle is available via digital too, so that'd be another purchase. Although Israel Gaming did give me that for free for the Switch. It's a shame it's not playing. Thought that they were gonna get them today. They did. Or of course they're going through it. In other stores, saw a post on Instagram today that Target had one sitting there. So if you're looking, I think these are available Nintendo Direct, also in the Nintendo eShop. But check your GameStop, check Target, which maybe we'll head over to Target and just see if there's any there. But the Switch 2 are back. Yeah, see, this is interesting. See, it's 1 to 6 players online. I'm sure there's a bug. Like I'm not like dissing the online. I want to be able to play a bunch of games and just kind of have a variety going, and it's impossible right now. But maybe there's something that they'll fix in the future. I mean, this literally just basically, if we're talking physical, it's May 30th, but it is 1 to 6 on the Switch. So it's interesting that maybe that's just too powerful. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's why PlayStation's 4. Just got this text from my buddy Skids. First look at Spider-Man 94. It will be a 4-issue comic book series that will resolve the cliffhanger of the 90s Spider-Man animated series. I don't remember there being a cliffhanger. I'm going to have to go back and check out Spider-Man, the animated series, Spider-Man 94, and see what that cliffhanger is, and then be ready for these comics. That's pretty cool. All right, Mario is back. I think there's a display. I think there is a Switch 2 display going. Mario back in business while I'm over here. Just kind of retracing my steps from yesterday. So $379, brand new Xbox Series S. This is a 512 gig. So there's a 1 terabyte, and then there's this one. So this is what this Target has. Also some new looks. There are new signs up here. You can see this one, and then all the way down. So yeah, here we go. Display up and running at Target. Unfortunately, there's no Switch 2 here, but there's one right here. So very cool. Some boys were just having the time of their life playing. I asked them what they thought. And Mario. We're back. We're back in business. The demo's here. And I'm playing full game of the Switch 2, so they have this set up and then the Pro Controller. So it gives people a good idea of how awesome this controller is. And this is why, you know, I was talking Xbox, because I love this style versus the PlayStation, which I just want to get my hands on a PlayStation 5 controller, just kind of check it out. But very cool that it's starting to come together. Switch 2 at Target, the display. Switch 2 at GameStop, basically across the parking lot, and Super Mario is back at Target during the revamp. Hold out hope that the arcade one up will come back. Haven't seen it yet. So we've seen these at Target, also the Fortress and the Mr. Terrific's ship or vehicle. But do they have any other superpowers? So I'm gonna go over by the action figures. Just wanted to look over here quick. I'll work my way by the action figures and see if there's any here. I gotta find Superman. I think that's kind of like my guideline here is I'll get Superman, but I'm not gonna get the whole series from the movie. I was just thinking, you know, how much I have. It's kind of overwhelming. I don't have room for everything. Look at all the Professor X, but no new superpowers here. They do have the Fortress, the Mr. Terrific's vehicle, but no figures yet. So I'm guessing they haven't made it. They haven't made it here yet. But yeah, once I find Superman, and then the new wave, not the new wave toys, but the new wave of, actually I should have looked on the back to see if Cyborg and Nightwing were on there yet. I didn't see that at GameStop, I forgot. Something that is concerning though is toy maker Hasbro cuts 3% of its total workforce. And you know, you think about the brand, so what is that? It's 150 employees according to its fiscal 2024 annual filing. The company had roughly 4,985 employees globally. You think about the brands, and it's with Hasbro, it's Marvel, it's Play-Doh. You have all the games, G.I. Joe, Transformers. So I'm worried that, you know, and this has been kind of stated. Look at it in 2023, Hasbro said it would cut 900 jobs globally, nearly a year after saying it would reduce 15% of its workforce due to weaker sales. So maybe they just got to up it up and give us, you know, bring back more retro. But a lot of collectibles are Hasbro. Yeah, the Play-Doh. You know, you hope for the best. But next year might be very grim on the whole collecting scene, and others have stated that. So just kind of throwing it out there. If you see something out there, you might want to grab it. We have no idea what we're gonna find. I saw Lionel yesterday. You know, a year from now. Now Best Buy had the out of stock sign walking in, but yeah, we're still gonna head back here just to confirm. Actually, interested to see if they have the demo, the display like Target had. Well, Shack Switch 2 are starting to surface again. Just saw some at GameStop. Target has a display. Anything new at the home Best Buy? Glad to see you're still here. Worried about this sign going away? Actually, we got Shaq here. We'll kind of do a Shaq count at this Best Buy. 1, 2. He's right over there with the fist bump. I know that there's a third. This couple was walking right over here, and she got her husband or boyfriend, clipped him back of his foot with the cart. It's gotta hurt. Just total accident. It was like right here when I was talking to Shaq. So here are the games. Anything new? Actually, will there be a demo here? Because these, I guess this is kind of their demo, and it's just the standard Switch. What a difference! That Pro controller, this one, and the new one. The new one is so much better. I mean, this is good, but the Switch 2 is way better. Nothing new at all. So there's no, I wonder, will there be like switches, like is this where they're gonna keep them? It's a perfect thing. Like what if they were on the ground right here, the box, or is that just to hold it up? That'd be a good idea, just to kind of make people bend over to pick them up. I don't know. I mean, you gotta go low. Maybe right here. There isn't really a dedicated spot besides behind. I guess why would they have it in the open? It'd be locked up like this, right? Do they even have an area here for it? I don't see it. They have the game case, and then just the kind of the third party over here, and then just a little bit overflow of the accessories that were on the other side. No new toys. Really nothing new except just the confirmation of seeing Shaq here. I would like to just, do they have a display for the PlayStation 5? I can't believe I'm talking PlayStation 5. Actually, is that still, it's back up. The sale is over. So I missed out on the sale. If I was to get, go this route, this is back at full price now. So I guess I'd have to wait. Never works out for you, does it? Not a lot of displays here, but they do have, you can go up to the Xbox. So yeah, I mean, this just feels like I'm used to this. The way this is perfect. I just wanted to check out. I did have that PlayStation 4 controller in my hand yesterday, but there's no like open. Target had that. I don't think the Target we were at, I think it was another Target, had a display where you could check out the controls, but they don't have that at Best Buy. You may have heard the story that Nintendo just banned a ton of Switch 2 consoles, turning them into offline only bricks. Now, this has been the fear of, if you try to add games, they could brick you, and they were not kidding. Could happen to it? No, I'm not talking about the Switch 2 getting punctured by receipts or dealing with the Joy-Con 2 drift right out the box. The real problem is having a Nintendo ban your specific console from connecting to the internet after using the MIG Switch flash tool on your new device. People are experiencing an error code 2124-4508 appears on the console, informing them that the use of online services on this console is currently restricted by Nintendo. It goes on to saying you can still play the games offline on a banned Switch 2, but you can't experience the whole thing. I mean, the whole thing of playing Mario Kart on Switch 2 is playing with up to 24 people, and not being able to play that defeats the entire purpose. Here is the error code popping up on the Switch. I mean, imagine seeing this, having basically a paperweight. Could you believe that? After spending $449, $499 to this. It's still unclear whether Nintendo will eventually lift the ban, but we all knew this was happening. We all knew not to mess with the Switch. And at first I thought it was the SD card. No, it's a way to load games that are not, it's not piracy, it's just you have to go through Nintendo if you want the games. Bottom line. That's the whole thing about buying the Nintendo Switch, that go through them and this won't happen. Mess around and yeah, we could just have a paperweight. What's the deal with MIG cards? Unfortunately, a YouTuber, Scattered Brain, says he used the MIG tool to dump the Switch games he bought onto the micro SD card. That's a legit use of the MIG hack that doesn't involve piracy. It just puts all your cartridges in one place for convenience. But Nintendo has their rules, and that's not just gonna fly with them. When I have a device to have all the games, then don't get the Switch 2. I got the Switch 2 to play Mario Kart, basically, and to play other games online. Now, some of those games are not working out the way that I thought, so knowing that, and doing videos about this might not be the best bet. If you're looking to experience everything, it's all real time here. If you're looking to experience everything, maybe the Switch isn't the best bet. So that's why I'm kind of looking at the Xbox, at the PlayStation, to decide, how am I going to play other games better online? But there's going to be differences. Not everybody's going to have the same thing. And what we're seeing with stuff like Power Rangers, not every game will have 6 players. It might have 4. So there's pros and cons with this. I will admit, though, it's gonna cost me not to buy as much Nintendo. I don't want to seem like, it's just like heavy Nintendo. I was just so excited about you know, when I got the OLED. You know, we're playing something different. We're trying something new. We're playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Then the Switch 2 comes out. Mario Kart World it's incredible. It is awesome. It's my opinion, completely worth getting the Switch 2 just for that game. If you want to play Mario Kart, but other games, you can play them on other systems. And maybe down the road, there'll be some better games. And then it kind of justifies, okay, I'm ready to buy a Switch 2. I jumped in for this. This is why I pre-ordered. This is why I went in line. I waited. I went back at midnight. Then went the next day to get the Pro Controller because I wanted to experience what Mario Kart World had to offer. Oh my gosh, I just got a text from James Hates Everything. Look at this. Trooper PD7 Walkabout Episode 1. I'll have a link in the description. I just saw this now. This is awesome. Thank you, James. Definitely check this out. It looks like it's just over 2 minutes. Oh, I can't wait. I just literally got this text. So yeah, I'll have a link in the description. Total of 3 shacks. So yeah, it'd be tough not to have any of the shacks here. So 3 of them total. Hopefully the big guy will be here for a while. Okay, at the Mega Media Exchange, they have a PlayStation 4 here, 1 terabyte for $129.99. It looks like the digital, so it's kind of the price range for the PS4. Okay, PlayStation 5 with the disc drive, $369.99 for both of them here. That does have the 1 terabyte hard drive, the controller, and you can see on the side here that you can load the game. So just kind of throwing out the price here. That's not too bad of a deal. I always come back to the N64, hoping to see Blitz 2000. Saw it here once. It has not been back yet, but I did get some good feedback on the consoles. They're tested thoroughly, and then they're tested again before. Like if I was going to buy something right now, they're going to test it again, and then you have 7 days to return it. But I think you get store credit. I don't think you get money back. So that's not a bad deal for that PlayStation 5 if I go that route. There is another option that I'm kind of thinking about, but wanted to come here and just kind of... I bought the Pro Controller for Switch used from GameStop, and I kind of regretted that this whole time. That's why I bought the Switch 2 Pro Controller. That was the whole reasoning. Even though it plays for the Switch 2, it's because I bought it used. If I bought something like a PlayStation 5 used, am I going to be happy with it? I guess that's the question. And that's probably why I would just go with PlayStation 5 instead of the PlayStation 4. It's just to keep up with everything. So it's between the Xbox Series S and basically the PlayStation 5. Kind of what I was talking about at Target. But I'm going off of a lot of the comments, and I really appreciate everybody sharing their opinion, what works for them. And that's the direction I'm going to go, because I want to get as many people as possible to have, you know, the ability, the option to play, whether it's an arcade 1-up, a Nintendo Switch, or you know, PlayStation or Xbox. And that's going to do it for today. Standing underneath the little canopy here, staying out of the rain. Even though I'm putting my sunglasses on, they're just going to get wet. I'm going to make a decision pretty soon. But this weekend, I texted Julio earlier and I said, I have a great idea for the Saturday night stream. So I want to do something we've never done before. We've done 2 different arcade 1-ups. We're going to do 3. 3 different arcade 1-ups, 1 full game from each cabinet. And if you can guess what that is, they're all Konami. So it should be fun. And who knows? Maybe next week it'll be something completely different. We'll see what happens. But I want to have a rotation. I want to have an arcade 1-up, you know, the Switch, and then something else. So we're getting there, and hopefully it will run good. I want to thank everybody for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Check it out. They got it at this Target too. So pretty much every Target should have. Is this Street Fighter 6? Yeah, I love this. This is great. Yeah, it should have this display. Nothing down here. They have those. They have Mario. So yeah, like I said before, it's all starting to come together. Really came here just to hold the controller for a second. It's kind of slippery, isn't it? I don't have my handle here to hold the phone because it's raining out, so I just kind of threw it in the pocket. But I would have to get used to the controller. I don't like how it's. Am I putting this in here right? Is it gonna fall? I don't like how it comes to that point right here. But I'd have to get used to it. This is fine. It's just, it's that part. So stuff to get used to, I guess. If I went that route, but they do have this. So for $4.49, you get the Call of Duty bundle. You can put the discs in. It's got the, I believe, the 1 terabyte. So it's just like what we saw. For what, $3.69 that was used. You get don't have any interest on playing Call of Duty, but on the flip side, then if you just went digital, I think that was $3.99, and then just the standard is $4.99, and then of course the Pro is $700. I came here for the PlayStation 5 just to check that out and to see if they had any superpowers here. I'd have to get used to that controller. The Switch 2 Pro controller, dare I say, is the most comfortable controller I have ever had, ever played with. It's gonna be hard to top that one. I think anything like out of the ordinary. And then the superpower. So this wave has come back. I forgot to see, because I don't open these. I forgot I even had him. So this wave is appearing at Target. There's Jason Todd. Nice. And Metamorpho. You're always going to find Metamorpho. So, not seeing any of the Superman superpowers, because I wanted to see the back. I wanted to see if that new wave was. We're going to show it. They're going to show Nightwing. I can't believe they still have these, and Cyborg, of course. So that is what Target has right now. Deadpool new too, and kind of bringing these back. Did I completely miss like where it said Ultraman on that superpower? I swear I didn't see it. I was kind of like just stunned to see it, but I mean it's officially. I mean they're calling him right here. They're calling him Ultraman, so it's official. Who's underneath there? I saw this online today. Like, if that is pretty cool. Yeah, I'm not big on the Funko Pop. Bullseye as Superman. The Super Dog. $15.49. Man, they're really pushing it. I don't know. That's some great marketing.